My name is John Viveros. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and my house is haunted. My house was built in the 1930s by a man named Edward Cutter, who was an architect. He died in the late 20th century. He died in the house, and there was many articles written at the time, 1930s, about the house in like local architectural magazines and stuff. I began to suspect the house would be haunted. Sometimes at night we would hear like weird noises throughout the house and sounds that sound like footsteps, but obviously we were all asleep. It couldn't have been footsteps. So in the basement, which is arguably the most haunted place in the house, there is a window, which on the other side of it's just dirt. And sometimes from that window you can hear sounds that sound like wind coming from it, even though there's no way wind could be coming from that window because it's just all dirt on the other side of it. One night I came home pretty late, and usually like my parents would leave the light on for me if I'm out pretty late, just because they want me to be able to see the door when I come in. I come in the house, I turn around, turn off the light, and lock the door behind me, and then the basement door was wide open when I walked into the house, and when I turned around, I heard the door slam shut. And I turned back around, the door was completely shut. There was nobody around, nobody was there. I ran up to my brother's room after, and I asked him, I was like, were you the one that opened, like, were you in the basement? And he, like, ran up the stairs when I came in or something. I was like, no, I've been in my room the entire night. Because the house is so old, there's a laundry chute in the house that used to be used to throw, like, laundry down, and then you could go down there and do laundry later when you have time. But nowadays, it's just not in use. We don't do laundry in the basement. So one night, my brother was walking by the laundry chute, going to the bathroom, and the laundry chute was completely closed when he went to the bathroom, and then when he came back, it was completely open, and which was really weird because the laundry chute has to be like manually like locked type thing. Like it's actually you have to be like slide it over and open it, so it couldn't have been just like a breeze or something went through and like opened it. Something had to have opened it manually. Before I started having experiences like this, a lot of my friends would say stuff about hearing things or some even seeing things when they'd like stay the night or something in my house. And at first I didn't really believe things. I figured like whatever, like it's an old house, just like creaky noises or whatever. But then I started experiencing stuff too. Some of my friends could also hear like whispers in the air vents and weird stuff like that that couldn't be explained by just like wind. So one day in the basement, in this one room in the basement where was pretty much left untouched since Edward Cutter lived there, he had a bunch of tools and screws and like light bulbs and stuff, and in all that stuff I found a compass with his name engraved on it, and I took it out from my room because I thought it was pretty cool. And then one day the compass was just gone. At first I thought like, oh, it was probably my brother or sister playing a prank on me or something, but when my friends took it, nobody is owning up to it at least, and the compass is just completely gone. It's not in the basement again, it's not in my room, no idea where it went. So I think that the ghost in my house is Edward Cutter. I think he has some type of unfinished business in the house, and he is also really possessive over his things because the compass is gone and no explanation to where it went. But it doesn't scare me being in the house. Sometimes it can be kind of like unnerving when something starts happening, but overall it's still like I've lived there most of my life, so it's not scary to live there.